Well, look, it was a slightly altered lineup today from what we've seen so far in pre-season, and it wasn't quite to the standards we've set so far, was it?
No, I think the first 45 was thoroughly deserved in parts in terms of Slough's starting, the way in which they went about their business. I felt that they smothered us all over the park. There was a real intent to their play. We brought Sauber in, but I thought he was the best player for us all evening. We put Sean Jeffers up top. Jamal Fife will come in at left side centre half. But they're players that are going to be involved in a squad that we're looking to compete in the National League. So I think there's no excuses in terms of that. I felt that the first half performance, the manner in which we conceded the goals were very poor, and that's not what we're about as a team. I've worked heavily on start position organisation and balls into the box, because I think that the National League's relentless in terms of people putting balls into areas to hurt you. So to concede like we did with a ball wrapped in towards the far post, to concede from a wide free kick, and then the manner in which we conceded the third was poor. So yeah, a lot of questions I need to ask the players, a lot of questions I need to ask myself, where we're at in terms of fitness levels. I felt that we finished the game strong, and I thought the introductions of the subs were positive. I thought Danny Woodard's start position organisation was good. I thought Manny Parry coming in showed a level of maturity in terms of his defensive jobs, but yeah, frustrating because you get to a standard, you see us go to levels, and then unfortunately wasn't good enough this evening.
In pre-season though, they often do say you maybe learn a bit more in defeat.
Oh, of course, yeah, you'll always learn in defeat regardless pre-season in league matches, but yeah, look, we've come here, they know their pitch, unbelievable, and I said it to the boys, they had a bit about bite to them, and you see the tackle on Sean Jeffers early on, you see the Togwell tackle on Mark Ricketts. They were leaving nothing unchallenged in terms of the battles across the park. So I knew exactly what they were going to do, hence the tie, because we got 4 games on the 4G this year, Harrogate, Maidstone, Sutton and Bromley. So I think it was a massive opportunity for us to play a team that got great momentum. They've just been promoted from the league below. They had a fantastic cup run last year, and I said it in my Barnstable interview that there was going to be a tough test, and they give us everything they had, and I felt that we wasn't up to the task in the first half, and some questions on some personnel which I got to really hone in on and try and improve going into the game on Saturday against AFC Wimbledon.
Just a word on the goals in the first half. The deliveries from Jack Dobson were unreal.
He impressed me this evening. I have to say that he was buzzy, bright, had intent with his work ethic, and I felt he was probably the man of the match in my opinion. He got a standing ovation when he walked off the pitch, and quite rightly I thought he was superb. And yeah, he puts them in with a menace, makes you defend the balls, and if you don't defend them properly, he gives an opportunity to take it off his line and put it in the back of the net. And I look at our start position on the second wasn't good enough. I felt that we was too deep. I believe Steve Stevens was inside the 6-yard box even before he's delivered the ball, and that's not what we're about. It's hard for any goalkeeper, let alone Craig Ross, to deal with that if your defensive line's in front of you. So the first goal, I said to Sorba, and he was tremendous today. I felt that he took the ball by the horns. He was the one that had a bit about him, and I felt that he was very positive when he landed on the ball. And to make his debut, I felt that he'd done ever so well in terms of a start. But he needs to learn and understand when you've got a player facing you in around that 18-yard box, really emphasise the line, because then people can defend the ball that's going away from the goal as opposed to going on goal. And Femi knows he needs to do better. Femi's 400-500 games deep, and to get himself in a position where the kid can see his number and doesn't get his body shape right was frustrating on Femi's part. But we had a reaction. Second half for me, we showed a bit of bite, a bit of character. I don't know how many shots we registered. I know Champ had one off the line. I know Champ had a goal that was ruled off for a free kick. But other than that, I don't think we really tested Jack Turner. So there's loads of food for thought, and we've got to really make sure we get back to work on Thursday to put it into practice come Saturday.
Just a bit more on Sorba Thomas. Could he surprise a few and perhaps make that right wing back spot his own this season?
Look, he come on against Barnstable, done ever so well, and I thought this evening you see him pin down the wide boy, pin down the full-back, little 1-2 with Shakesy down the right-hand side, and I felt that he was probably the most positive thing that come out of tonight's game. And for me, look, he's got an opportunity to go back to work on Thursday, to really work his practice come Thursday, Friday, to put an opportunity to give him on Saturday against AFC Wimbledon. If he's given that shirt, I hope he takes it and doesn't give it away as such, and keeps his shirt with the running coming in terms of Dagenham and Ribbridge on the 4th. So He's done brilliantly this pre-season. There's always one that comes out of the pack, and we champion him because he's come through our academy, and he's a bright spark. And I felt this evening he was probably the main positive of the game.
And then just a word on Alex Morgan as well, who's another from the academy, and he came on and he looked bright too.
No, yeah, Alex obviously travelled to the under-18 game today with Peterborough, so he's gone and played 60 minutes there and got back on the coach, back to the ground today and come in this evening. I just felt that he's got such a presence. He's a good size, great frame, and at his level he's dominant, and he's got to start to learn obviously that players will block you off, will tug you, will drag you around, so he needs to start to emphasise his own game when he comes on the pitch. But again, has a bright future at this football club. He's got all the attributes to really kick on, and hopefully he gets an opportunity to do so.